I'm kind of at a loss for words. If I were to say I was angry, that would be an understatement. If I were to say that I was sad, that would be an understatement. But the way I'm feeling about this is, I feel completely destroyed. Alright, demons and demonesses, we have quite a bit to talk about today. This is a story that involved, I would say a friend, but more so a mutual acquaintance. This is somebody that I've been in contact with on and off for about 14 years. And it just really sickens me to see what path that this person walked down. Now, the person that I'm talking about today is someone by the name of Sidney Starr. Now, for those that are familiar with my audience, it's no surprise that the majority of people that listen to my podcast are part of the LGBTQ community. There's been many times where, I stick my neck out, try to do my best to, debunk all the negative stereotypes, push back against all the rumors and all the disgusting nonsense that's out there. And then here comes one person that just fucks it up for everybody. Many of my friends have met her in real life. Some of my friends have known her since, she was an egg. So we're talking about a very, very long time. And I can't even imagine, the pain and the emotions that many people that have supported her are feeling right now. But let me fill you in on the situation that's happening. I have a news article for you, and I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard about this, I honestly thought that this was like a big fat joke. I'm like, I've got to be getting punked. Like, I've got to be. There's no bloody way. And then the whole thing turned out to be true. Love and hip-hop star charged with sexual assault involving a minor arrested in Metro Atlanta. The Hapeville Police Department said its officers have arrested and charged one of the stars from the reality TV show Love and Hip Hop. The department confirmed that Sidney Favors, who is better known as Sidney Starr, was arrested at the Embassy Suites along International Blvd on Sunday. The department said Favors has been charged with multiple felony offenses related to an alleged sexual assault involving a juvenile. Because this case involves a juvenile, no additional information will be released from our agency, the Hapeville Police Department said in a news release. According to Fulton County jail records, Favors remains being held there. According to Favors' social media accounts, the Chicago native was visiting Georgia over the weekend. She was to host a reunion at Encore Film Studios on Sunday night for the show Industry Girl, which is a TV series that is streaming on Ray J's Tronics network, the US Sun reported. According to the show's description, the series follows 25 women, including artists, stylists, and creators, as they compete through intense drama and business challenges. Favors' Instagram account says she is also a cast member of Baddies ATL, Season 9 of Love and Hip Hop New York, and MTV's Wild and Out. It's a damn shame that this woman literally had the entire community on her side. The entire community defending her through every little scandal. Every little one. When she was accused of destroying the careers of famous rappers. When she was being attacked by, people in the hip-hop industry. And, people within the black community. And some of the most homophobic and racist people out there. We all stuck our necks out for this woman. And she does some shit like this. Basically just proving everybody right. Proving the whole fucking world right, yeah? Hell, even I stuck my neck out for this lass. I stuck my neck out for her. When people were going on the internet, saying the most disgusting things about her and many other people in the trans community. People who said that, a trans woman would never be accepted in the hip-hop industry. I defended her. And she does some shit like this. Proving every negative stereotype right. The whole world had her eyes on her. And she fucked it all up. because of this sickness. Now, who knows how long she's been having these types of feelings? Maybe there were red flags. Maybe there were red flags and many people have missed them. There were red flags with a lot of people out there. And that's the sad thing, you know, is that this is like the most gruesome and disgusting act of betrayal against the entire community. Every person that went out of their way to, you know, stand up for her, only to get stabbed in the back. You will know something. And you know, that's the thing about betrayal, is that, you know, it never comes from your enemies. It always comes from, you know, the people who you think are your friends. And that's what it feels like at this moment. It's not even that I'm angry. It's not even that I'm vexed. It's not even that, you know, I'm disappointment. Like this hurts. Like it really, really hurts. Like my heart is broken right now because of all the disgusting shit that this woman did. And we already know what's going to happen. People are going to take this story and run away with it. And they're going to try and use her as a way to paint a negative image on everybody in the community. Sidney Starr is a national disgrace. I wish I never even knew that this woman even existed. Wish I never did. Now, to be fair, I was never really a big fan of Love and Hip Hop. I never really got into reality TV or anything like that, you know. Any of these shows, like Baddies, Love and Hip Hop, you know, Bad Girls Club, all that shit. It's just something that, it's just something that never really piqued my interest. So I really didn't give a shit about any of those shows. But what I'm mostly concerned about is the blowback that's going to come from all this. Because this wasn't just some random person. This was a very famous person in both the black and the LGBTQ community. I mean, this woman literally had the entire fucking world in her hands. She had money, she had fame, she had name recognition. She could have dated anybody in the whole fucking world. And she chose to abuse a child. And to be quite honest with you, I hope the judge throws the book at this lass. Doesn't show her any leniency or any mercy, because I know she's famous and she's going to try and hire the best lawyer to get her out of this situation. She deserves at least like 60 years, if not life in prison for what she'd done. Because this type of shit and this type of news is going to set a bad precedent. Now people who already target queer people as it is are going to use her as an example. Now, like the article says, the police aren't going to release any details because this story does involve, you know, a juvenile. But the fact that so much information was redacted and not released, one can only imagine, you know, the horrible things that this woman did to that poor kid. And it also makes you wonder, how many other kids has she done this to? And how long has Sidney Starr been doing all this? Believe me, this can't be her first time, but hopefully it will be her last. You know, out of all the things that have happened this year, between Andrew Tate getting busted for producing CSAM by the British government, or, you know, David or D4VD, you know, getting caught, you know, grooming a 13-year-old girl from the age of 10 and then dismembering her body. And now we have Sidney Starr. Like, seriously, what is going on here? I mean, what is it? Is everybody trying to make black people look bad? Like, what's up with all this? Honestly, I hope she doesn't make bail. And I hope that, you know, whoever she's locked up with doesn't show her any mercy. But best believe I will be following the court case and I will be providing updates because, you know, this is like the most heinous betrayal I've ever felt in my entire life. Like, really? Really, Sidney? Really? 37 years old. A product of the 90s. 37 years old. She could have had anybody she wanted. And she chose to go down this path. In all seriousness, to hell with Sidney Starr. To hell with whatever she stood for, and to hell with anybody that still supports her throughout all of this. Damn all of you. Damn you all to hell.